Hey there, friends and foes. Good morning, multiverse. Hello there. Welcome to the virtual rec room. And I am coming to you live from the Imaginarium convention in Louisville, Kentucky. But we've got some great guests in the virtual rec room. We've got Willow Schuyler on controls. Dee Barty is back from vacation. Drew Milden is joining us. Ivy Roman will be with us. And we've got a very special guest, Amy Roszkowski, a fantastic artist that you're going to fall in love with. All of that, plus new loot and your favorite Comic-Con memories. And we're going to do that right after this.
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean. Elvis Presley, yeah, he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
Welcome back to the virtual rec room here at Back of the Cereal Box. Back of the Cereal Box is a pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturday mornings of our youth while surviving adulthood today. My name is John Pica. I'm the prophet of pop culture, and Avengers comic books, Star Wars movies, and Saturday morning cartoons made me who I am today. I am of a generation that we did not have iPhones or iPads at the breakfast table on Saturday morning. We were reading the back of the cereal box, and that was our newspaper. That was our world. And in between cartoons, kaiju, kung fu movies, and comic books, that's what we were reading, and that's what this show is about. And without further ado, let's bring in our co-host. And since she is working the control booth, let's bring in Willow Schuyler first, the Peppermint Princess, the social media socialite. She is hanging out in the Cryptid Crunch clubhouse. And Willow, tell everyone who you are, what you do, what your pop culture passion is, and what's in your bowl. This morning, I'm eating mini frosted mini wheats.
Oh, wow. All right. So what do I do? I am, I am the host of Cryptid Crunch. What do I do? For my day job, I'm a Starbucks barista. And my passion is comic books, video games, and movies and TV. I watch a lot of TV. Just finished watching Stranger Things, so now it's on to
I'm
Voyager
not crying, you're crying.
for like the third time.
And what's in your bowl this morning?
Coffee. I didn't pour myself a bowl of cereal, but it would have been probably a Nesquik cereal.
But you are wearing your pajamas.
I am.
So there's the trade-off there, I guess.
I'm wearing polka dots today.
That's fantastic. Now, before we bring in the rest of our co-hosts, on the show cards on your right, we need to acknowledge that this episode is sponsored by Hitchhiker Toys. Just show the graphic image. Should be at the there we go. Hitchhiker Toys in White House, Tennessee. Check them out at hitchhikertoys.com. And we are also sponsored by the Murdering Crows. They did our theme song, and you can get their album For Bad Crows at Amazon, Google, Apple Music, or wherever you buy music. And of course, we need to thank our super fans, our supporters on buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. Shreese Collins, Cindy Kep, Brian Huff, Dave Manginelli, Dave Mattingly, Crystal Raven Jones, and Eli Cash. And your name can be in lights too at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. Buy us a bowl of cereal, 2, 3, maybe an entire box of cereal, and that would be great. Well, Willow, let's bring in our co-host. And as I told you, I'm broadcasting live from Creative Valley, so we've got all kind of jabronis walking by here trying to distract me. It's awesome. But let's bring in my co-host of the last 10 years, my broadcast partner. I love her. You will too. The infamous, incomparable Dee Barty. How are you, Dee?
Sleepy, as usual.
Well,
Not enough coffee in the world this morning. I've had like 4 hours of sleep. I'm almost done with this stuff.
You just spent 14 days on vacation.
17.
What?
Yep.
With 17 people.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
Listen, that's a real thing. That is a real thing.
Well,
absolutely.
With 5 children and your husband, yeah, I can see why you wouldn't need a vacation.
Well, and here's the thing. So I had COVID and my oldest daughter had COVID before we went on vacation. And we quarantined for 2 weeks. Everything was fine. We get down there. We're there for about 5 days. And then my 14-year-old and both of my in-laws and my husband get COVID. So then we go, because we went to Disney with them, and then we went to Panama City with my parents. Well, we go there, and my mom gets COVID. So guess who has to deal with everything by herself?
Dee Barty, and that's everyone in your family twice, right?
That's the third time.
Wait, third time?
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and you know what's terrible? Like, my hair keeps falling out every single time I get it. I'm gonna be bald before this is over.
Let me tell you what. Do you have any idea how much I save on shampoo and conditioner every year?
I can start wearing hats like you, John.
Bald people are sexy. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Oh, bald men.
Well, and so.
Hey, women can be hot being bald.
Listen, I have a thing for anyway. We're not going to go there.
I can't pull it off though.
Yeah, I'll bet you could. Let's find out. Let's do a Dee Barty shave her head challenge.
No,
I'll bet you'll be smoking hot.
No, not gonna happen.
Well, I started shaving my head, Willow, because I wear hats, and Dee knows this. My hair is like super fine, and so every time I would take off my hat, it would be like Doc Brown's hair. Or
when I first met you, you had hair. I remember that because we used to have to fix it every time you took off your hat.
Exactly. That. And I sweat only from the top of my head down. So when I start sweating, that hair just gets all soaked so I always wear a hat because of that, because it keeps my hair under control and it absorbs any sweat. And that's disgusting. But I started shaving my head because of that. So, Dee, embrace it. Anyway, who else we got in the rec room this morning? Oh, go ahead, Dee.
No, I was going to say, that's not the only thing that happened. My daughter's hedgehog died while we were on vacation. My car pooped out, so we had to rent a car. Like it was, thank God the vacation was fantastic, because getting there and it's just a mess. But it was a great vacation, so I'm not going to complain.
All right. Who else do we have in the rec room, Willow?
We have Drew.
Drew Milden is back with us this morning. He is the host of Drew versus the World. Drew, tell everyone who you are, what you do, what your pop culture passion is, and what's in your bowl.
My name is Drew. I am the host, like Johnny said, of Drew vs. the World podcast, currently in the DVW lair. My pop culture, I guess, fandom is anything pop culture, honestly, from anime to Spider-Man to Marvel to MCU to DCU to obscure English shows to obscure comedies to obscure cartoon shows dating back to even the 1950s. So that's all my loves and passions and things I enjoy. And what's in my bowl today? I, like Willow, didn't have any breakfast this morning. I mean cereal, because I am taking a month off of carbs to get down to fighting weight. We'll be doing a little competition here in a couple months, but I do have a Hamilton mug from when I saw Hamilton, and I have coffee in there. Four Sigmatic coffee, mushroom coffee.
All right. So everyone has completely rejected the theme of the show this morning. I see how you guys are. Is Willow or is Ivy here yet, Willow?
These are my coffee
yes,
buddies.
What's up, y'all? Ivy,
What's
look
up?
at that hair. Look
What's
at
up,
that
guys?
hair.
Thank you. You know, it's summertime. You know, for the listeners online, I have my curly hair. My hair is not straight today.
When
You
Nico
know,
come
it's
out,
too hot for straight. I'm gonna look like a chia pet if my hair is straight.
I love it. I love
Oh my
the
God.
poofy hair.
Thank you. It's not.
You look
It's
you
not
look a
that
little bit
poofy.
like a wild woman. I love it.
Listen. I am. Get me in the right outfit and the right drinks. It's a wrap. Hi, T. Hi, Willow. Hi, Drew.
All right, so Ivy Roman, tell everyone who you are, what you do, what your pop culture passion is, and what's in your bowl. We saw the box.
Yeah, that's exactly what's in the bowl, but I'm going to describe it to my listeners. So, what's up, everyone? My name is Ivy Roman. I'm a professional wrestler, comedian. My ultimate fandom is X-Men, Uncharted. It's a little bit of a bunch of things that make me who I am today. So, today in my bowl, I have, again, because I'm trying to finish the box, because last week it was too sweet for me, is the Eggos. And you know, last night, Johnny, I was watching Orville, the new episode, and I wanted to snack on something, so I grabbed some Eggos, and I felt like this. Let me put my coffee down. I felt like this little kid in movie theater, just sticking my hand in the box and just eating it, and just it was the best. And it was like Orville's episode was amazing last night. So I just felt like I went to sleep feeling like I was 10 years old, and I feel amazing. I slept
That's
extra.
awesome.
I slept extra because I had to be a kid, Johnny. I'm sorry. I'm the
I
latest person
love it.
today.
I love it.
So that's
I
the next
love
thing
it.
that I should be watching is the Orville.
You need to.
Oh my God,
girl.
have you
Okay.
never seen the
Okay.
Orville?
I
Willow?
haven't, like, I've watched maybe
True,
one or
obviously.
two episodes, but yes, I'm gonna have to start watching that because a lot of my friends, a lot of you
Yeah.
guys say that it's really good. So
Yeah,
Even I
I'm-
watch it, Willow.
You see? D is, you
Mm.
see? The fact that D watches it is a win. That's how you know it's a good show.
That's right. That's
I
right.
hear it's more Star Trek than Star Trek.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
so
It's more sci-fi.
Well,
this season.
And my husband, we don't have Hulu. Because it switched to Hulu, and my husband's freaking out. He's like, "Who can we borrow Hulu from?"
Let me see if this household pays for it. Or if
Sounds
we
like a
steal it.
giant.
that's
He's a
funny.
giant.
Well,
Have you
I
seen
love
my children?
Orville. I love Orville, but I'm way behind. So no spoilers, Ivy Roman.
Oh no, I'm not. I swear, I'm not. I promise.
Now, everybody, we have in the virtual rec room this morning a very special guest, and we should have a show card for this, Willow. This week's guest. Dum dum. There we go. This week's guest is a fantastic artist in the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area that I met at Gallatin Comic-Con last year. Fell in love with her artwork. And I said, we got to have you on the podcast to promote your artwork and just to introduce our audience to you. And she's with us this morning. Please welcome Amy Roszkowski.
Ooh,
Hey, guys.
hey girl. Ooh, you are cute and talented.
Thank you. Oh man.
Amy, tell everyone, I give you a big build up, but tell everybody who you are, what you do. You're an artist, but what your pop culture passion is and what's in your bowl this morning.
Yeah, so as Johnny said, I'm Amy. I am a small artist in the Middle Tennessee area. I've actually been doing this since I was in high school. My art teacher got me back into it after years of not doing it. This morning, though, I also went against the theme because I found red vines in the kitchen.
Oh.
And those are like, I love like red licorice. And it just
Mhm.
looked
That's
weird,
your
so I was
breakfast
like,
this morning?
this is mine. Yep.
That is awesome.
You could put
Not
milk. You could put in milk. And
Not even the little bag. It's like a huge bag.
No. Here's the best thing about red vines is that they're hollow. and you can use them as straws.
Yes.
So I'm just going to give you a hint here, Amy. Red Vines with either cream soda or Big Red.
Oh, cream soda sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Now,
Like the vanilla.
unfortunately, I was obsessed with Brock's Red Twists. And you guys have heard
Ooh,
me
yes.
mention, and they don't make them anymore.
Yeah.
That was my all-time favorite ever, and now you can't get them anymore, and it breaks my heart. But Red Vines, if you're using them as a straw, that's a win. I'm not a Twizzlers fan. Are you guys Twizzlers fans?
I like Twizzlers.
I prefer Twizzlers over Red Vines, but
Yeah.
we only have Red Vines.
I don't like Twizzlers. I don't like Red Vines. It tastes like wax to me. I don't like cream soda. I'm just like the oddball out.
And then Sour Punch had a straw too. Sour Punch straws.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
And then I
wow.
definitely use those as straws for used to have the thing called we used to call it quarter waters.
Oh, I remember those, Drew. Yeah, when you used to
Waters.
punch the aluminum
Yep.
in the middle of the thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
then
my
that's
you
gosh,
just
that's
pop
funny.
it.
It might be a New York name, but it's called like tummies or
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
called
the
tummies.
barrels.
Tummy yummies, yeah, the barrels, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no
Those
idea
are
what you're talking
awesome.
about. I'm not a candy person.
I'm gonna have to send you pictures later, Dee. Like this is the drink this is my childhood. I have to show you my
Dee,
childhood.
Surely, when you were a child, at some point, your mom bought you the little. They're literally only about this tall. The little barrels with the aluminum foil cap, and they were punch and Kool-Aid flavors.
Oh, like
and
the hugs
great-
or
Hugs.
Yes.
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 I think
Yeah.
different
Those
states
were
have different
disgusting.
names for it.
Did you just say they're disgusting?
Yes.
way.
Look,
Okay.
I've never liked stuff like that. I've never liked Capri Suns, Kool-Aid, candy. Now, I'm a cake and ice cream, not really cake, but ice cream and pie person.
Ooh.
Just saying.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Coffee, duh.
And what's your favorite pie to go with that ice cream?
Oh. Now I love like cobblers. And I love like cobblers and vanilla ice cream or
Okay. What kind of cobbler? What's your favorite cobbler?
blackberry.
I knew you were going to say that.
I make a killer blackberry cobbler too.
Where is mine? Why haven't I not tasted this before?
I don't
Dee,
know,
you're
John.
holding out on me.
I could just see 6-year-old Dee with her long golden hair eating ice cream coffee. Like, I gotta go to the job. Gotta go to work. Ah.
Pretty much. And you know what? Baskin Robbins has the best coffee ice cream.
That is awesome. That is fantastic. Oh, we just
Where
lost
did Ivy
Ivy.
go? She's
I-
always
she'll be back.
disappearing.
Oh, there she is.
Sorry, guys. My allergies are kicking in, so I had to, excuse myself. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, hey, I
So-
wanted to tell you something else that happened to me on vacation. I chipped my front tooth.
What?
What?
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid. So, and then I went and got it fixed. So now I'm constantly like making sure it's still there.
Oh my God.
It's okay. Don't feel bad.
How I Met Your Father.
I've done that where I chipped my front teeth, being really stupid and trying to fix my zipper with my teeth.
That's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
going to my dentist to get my teeth fixed, and they're like, so they fix it, and and then of course I went and ate a granola bar like right after.
Oh yeah, he told
Oh
me.
my
Yeah.
God.
He's
Don't
like,
do that, people. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Willow, what are
Don't
you
buy
doing?
anything. Do not. And I'm like, okay. So even drinking my coffee, I'm like, is it still there? Is it still there? So
So how long do you have to wait until it's like safe?
well, it was immediate. Like I could eat and stuff immediately, but it's just weak because it chipped. I mean, it's my front tooth. It was the very bottom of my front tooth.
How did you do it? Did you face plant on the sidewalk? Did you get hit by a car?
She's not me, Johnny.
Did one of the kids, get angry and hit you with a baseball bat, throw a toy? What
No,
happened?
they will not live to tell the tale, Johnny. Okay.
Drinking coffee, being tired, I hit it on my tooth.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
you chipped your tooth on a coffee cup?
I did on
Too
vacation.
fast for the drink, for the sip.
Leave the coffee.
No, I have a worse one. So, It was the other morning. I was brushing my teeth and I went to go rinse with Listerine and I forgot that I had to spit and I swallowed it. I had the worst stomach ache the whole day. I was dying.
That's poisonous.
Yeah. I was regurgitating in my bathroom and I'm like, why are you so stupid?
Oh my God.
They used to use Listerine to clean floors, FYI.
Yes,
Oh my
I think that is
God.
one of my worst fears. Because I rinse with Listerine every morning, and that's like one of my worst fears that I'm gonna swallow it.
Yeah,
So-
I did it.
But you survived,
I
so
did.
there's
I
hope
survived
for us
to
all.
tell. I mean, I didn't drink a couple of gallons of it, so like other people in the news I've seen back in the day. But one
FYI,
cap.
kids.
Don't drink.
FYI,
Spit it
yeah.
out.
Listerine is poisonous. So is toothpaste.
Yes.
Don't eat toothpaste.
No.
It could kill you.
That's
That's our
right.
PSA
Always
for the
spit.
morning.
The more you know.
Yeah.
The more you know. We have to get a rainbow segment with me and Drew is on, so he could do the one side of the rainbow and I could do the other.
I love it. I love it. So, Willow, we have comments.
We do.
So this is how this show works for those of you who are watching. You can comment and be a part of the show. And Eli Cash says, channels Robin Williams, good morning, geeks of Middle Tennessee. Hey, we're bigger than
love
Middle
that.
Tennessee, Eli. We're worldwide, baby.
We're up in Canada, folks.
We're in New York, baby.
Charlotte.
What else do we got here, Willow?
Another thing from Eli.
Before anyone was scratching their heads on Patreon, okay. So he is addressing wenches and wormholes, which is something that we are doing with the Impossibilists, my comic series, The League of Impossibilists, and
Ooh.
he is doing a spin-off set in that world with the League of Impossibilists and coming through to his sword and sorcery dimension, which is ruled by Hastur, the brother of Cthulhu. It's a thing. And you can check it out at that address that he posts, patreon.com/impossibilists. Amy, did you just smack your mic? What just happened
Yeah,
there?
so I went to get up and my hand was caught in the wire because I didn't
Oh
realize
my
it.
god.
Yeah.
You okay, boo?
I'm all good. I'm all good.
It looked
was
hilarious
like-
on this side though. I just wanted to let you know.
Really good
I-
line
it's
what
okay.
John was saying.
I am a bigger klutz than anyone you will ever meet. So
Oh, yeah.
Hi,
Right
I'm Willow. I
Hi.
trip over my own feet and smack my face on concrete.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I swallow Listerine. Hi.
I am D. I chip my teeth on coffee cups.
I'm pretty much perfect, so I don't know.
Oh,
Next comment.
Drew,
Drew versus
Drew,
the
please
world.
go buy a blue screen or green screen for my birthday this month. Thank you. We don't want to hear it.
stay tuned, Ivy.
Jen's
Jen
in the
W.
chat. Hi, Drew.
Hey, Jen.
Guys.
Shout out to Jen Dub.
What's up, Jen? She's so pretty.
Eli's a fan of red vines.
Red
Okay.
Vines, the breakfast of champions. Love it. Love it.
And
else do we
also
got?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid flavors for this Kool-Aid cult. So he's talking about the quarter waters.
Yeah.
Can I say it like Drew
Quarter
said?
waters.
Quarter
Quarter
waters.
waters.
Quarter waters.
Yeah.
Quarter waters, Johnny. It's a quarter.
Quarter.
Just a quarter. The red one was my favorite too.
Ooh,
Eli.
man.
Yeah.
Red and blue
Yeah.
was my
Yeah.
favorite.
We had red. Lime was my favorite, actually.
Ooh.
I loved it. It tastes like melted lime jello, which was delicious.
Disgusting.
So I love the blue raspberry flavor.
Yes.
That's a good one,
And
too.
pretty much anything
Absolutely.
blue raspberry. Freezies, Kool-Aid, pop drinks.
Have you ever heard of something called tropical fantasy?
Yes.
Okay, that's another thing from my childhood that I would love to get, but there's a little stigma behind it. But I'll get into that another time.
I will try to look for that kind of stuff at the candy store near my place.
Ooh.
There's like vintage candy there's a vintage candy shop not that far from here. So
Cracker Barrel has a lot of the vintage candy.
Yes, they do.
Can we get sponsored by them? I want some free pancakes.
I like their gum. They have the Dr. Pepper gum that has the little gel squishy stuff on the inside, the bubble gum. It only lasts for about 5 minutes, but I love it.
Last time I was at Cracker Barrel, I was on this show live from Cracker Barrel with Willow co-hosting. And
That was so
my
much fun.
internet going in and out with George Bueller. And they have butterbeer at
Hold on.
Cracker Barrel.
Hold on.
Yes.
Butterbeer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Now you got a friend
They
in
have
me.
that at Hogwarts. Too.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Universal Studios. We had to wait in line for 2 hours for butterbeer.
Mm-hmm.
oh wow.
Hour and a half when I went. It was an hour and a half just for some sugar.
I did not partake in that when I went to Universal.
That's too long to wait for anything.
Yeah,
Amy, would you wait an hour and a half for anything?
It really depends on what it is. Because I admittedly have waited that long for action figures and Pokemon cards. So
All right, so we got to hear the story now. Action figures?
yes. So the 1x12 figures, the really fancy ones. Oh god, I forget who makes them. But
Was
they
it
had
figure arts?
no,
or,
it was
Hot Toys.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but they were very expensive.
Yes.
And they had released a Dr. Fate that was like $100, $120.
Mezco.
Yes, it was Mezco. Yes. I waited in line for that figure.
Oh wow.
Where did you wait in line?
I think Replay had it. Up in
Really?
Kentucky. Up in Kentucky.
Let's say, didn't we go there, John?
We did.
That
We
sounds
did.
familiar.
Well,
Yeah.
it just so happens that this is a great segue. We are sponsored by Hitchhiker Toys in White House, Tennessee, Amy, just around the corner from you.
Yep.
And this week, I picked up, courtesy of Hitchhiker Toys, they gifted me with Ming the Merciless from
Okay,
the Flash
I have to
Gordon
bring that up.
series.
Yeah.
Big screen.
That is so awesome. I'm
Let's
so
do
jealous.
the universe.
Wait, Johnny, can you describe it for our listeners that can't see the beautiful figure?
Yes,
That's
thank you for
perfect podcasting.
Yes, thank you. Ivy has been doing her homework and studying. So this is Ming the Merciless. It is by NECA. It is the Ming the Merciless from the animated Flash Gordon cartoon series, Saturday morning, my all-time favorite of all time. And it is on a card. The card is like 12 inches high. It is as big as a cereal box.
Oh,
So,
wow, that's big.
yeah, it's huge. This huge card with this gorgeous artwork. And the card is hard.
Yeah, it looks very thick.
It's very thick. It's not flimsy. So it's designed to sit on a shelf in the card. And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. The red, the purple, or the orange, purple, and beige of Ming the Merciless. And and I do have the matching Flash Gordon figure. I'm showing the back with the animated Flash Gordon. I got that a couple of months ago.
Oh, you're gonna have to do a little photo shoot with them next to each other and post it on the gram.
You know, I think you're absolutely right.
Johnny, you got to get over here. Flash Gordon's over here, man.
Yeah, let's go.
But this is a perfect opportunity to acknowledge that sponsor, Willow. So roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh, sorry. We have a video. We have a video for that. I'm so sorry.
Hey guys, this is Johnny, the host of Back of the Cereal Box. I'm about to head out to Hitchhiker Toys, and I just thought I'd share a few thoughts about why I love them so much.
I love Hitchhiker Toys. They have a great selection of classic, new, and vintage toys. I always see something that I didn't expect to see, something that I need or I've been looking for every single time.
and the prices are right. They're family owned and locally focused, and I love that. And every time you come in, you're going to see the owners. You're going to see Jamie with her smiling face and helpful spirit. And even if you can't get in, visit them online at hitchhikertoys.com. You'll fall in love with them the same way that I have.
Dee, there were some
Hitchhikertoys.com.
familiar faces in there.
I know.
Yep, this is my little kiddos.
That is awesome. They are
Which-
fantastic. I love
Which I can't take them there because I always walk out with like an armful of stuff. So
it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. But now you're not saving up for a 17-day vacation, so you can afford
No.
to spend more money.
now I
on
have
toys.
to pay for that 17-day vacation.
Payback.
So-
Hashtag adulting.
Yeah, adulting is hard.
Hashtag
So-
the struggle.
Willow, along the right-hand side show card, I've got images of some of Amy's artwork. I want to show
Yes.
everyone some of this phenomenal artwork. And Amy, as we show these pieces, I want you to just talk for about 30 seconds about each one.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this one was actually, funny enough, my final project senior year of high school. It took me about 6 months to get done. It's completely made out of a printout of Two Faces coin, both sides of it. And we had to cut it out, paste it on there in like the right positions and everything. That was the biggest like hustle and hassle with it, was trying to figure out where this would fit. And you also had ones that just didn't want to sit there, so they'd like peel up.
Wait. So this is not just painted on the page.
No.
This is actual three-dimensional cutout, or are they the actual coins? Or are they printed, cut out?
So they're printed. We actually found and kind of went through and made a replica of the coin ourselves. So we used reference pictures, made the replica of the coin, scanned that in, printed all of that out, and then just proceeded to make like hundreds of copies of
That is awesome.
coins.
That is awesome.
That is
Hey,
so
Willow,
great.
can you drag Amy to my spot so that we can see her as we're talking about her
Oh,
art?
yeah.
Just click on her face, and there you go.
There we go.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So that is awesome. That was a piece that you were showing off at the Gallatin Comic Con when I met you.
Yes.
And I was like, we got to show our audience this, because it was phenomenal. This image really doesn't do justice to how cool it is when you see it up close. Now, do you still have it, or did you sell it?
I do. So actually, I had a bunch of people offer me money for that one. I think the highest offer I got for him was about $600. But
Ooh.
because he's extremely sentimental to me, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, time to sell prints.
I do. I actually was selling prints too.
Okay.
For some reason, the guy did not want the prints. He just wanted that one. It was like,
Well, because
Listen,
I
we're
can-
going to need a higher bidder.
Well, and I can attest. I saw the original piece, and it is breathtaking. And $600 is not enough. This is probably a $2,500 piece. So everyone who wants the original art, contact Amy on Instagram or Facebook. All right, show us the next one.
Ooh.
Talk
So
about
that-
this one.
that one is Scarecrow from Arkham Knight. So this was the first one I had actually done. This one's done completely in stamp ink. And if you've seen the Scarecrow symbol on the moon in Arkham Knight, if you've played it, it is completely made of that as well.
Oh,
wow.
that
So
is
this
awesome.
one also took probably 6 months. A lot of the ones that I do take a really long time just because they're tedious. But I always
No,
like
that's
the end result on
amazing.
that.
Now, the next one is my favorite, personally.
Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
So he's
This
done
is
the
gorgeous.
same. He's done the same way as Scarecrow was. He was actually after COVID when we had come back. I had decided that I wanted to do more because I was supposed to actually go to California and meet with DC and talk about getting them licensed, but it just never ended up happening. So I was in the process of pushing out like hundreds of these things
Wow.
to have a portfolio for them.
That is awesome.
Very
And
well
so
done.
What it's stamps? Is that what you said?
Yes, so it is a hand-carved stamp. So this one is Dr. Fate's Ankh, and then we just use that for the entire piece. And we have varying sizes of it. For like really tiny details, we use a blending stump to like stipple it on there. But it takes a lot of time and a lot of money in ink pads.
So the chest emblem, is that one big stamp?
Yes, it actually is.
Wow.
So we covered it and then kind of just stamped around it
Wow.
to kind of keep that light on it.
Yeah, so when you see the original art, guys, you see that texture, you see the layers, and it's really breathtaking. I mean, the digital file looks great, but in person, oh my gosh, this is a piece that would look great in anyone's rec room or comic room. Definitely.
Ooh.
Buy
And,
it today.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just sounded like the Home Shopping Network for a moment there.
So Amy, what's your next project? What are you working on next?
So I actually have not finished him in a very long time because I haven't had time between work, and I have commissions going on right now. Those are open, but I'm actually working on the Riddler. I think I have to restart him though because I made a mistake in like ink choices, but he's on my list to get done next.
Spider-Man.
See,
Ooh,
it's
what happened
funny.
there? I don't know.
It's funny you say that because I did for my boyfriend's birthday. Actually, I did a Venom painting of Venom and Carnage fighting. So that one didn't take me as long because it was a quick little painting, but that one I'm also really proud of.
Now, you did send me that file showing that painting. However, I didn't load it into the cart because of the ratio aspect. It just didn't work for us.
It's all good,
But it's phenomenal too. And that was more of a traditional painting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was an actual acrylic paint on canvas kind of painting.
That's
awesome. Can we talk a little bit about that? Like I think it's a catcher behind her that has a bunch of like stuffed plushies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
so that's
been
Drew,
messing me
I was
up.
just looking at that, thinking about that. Thinking, man, I had one of those
guys.
as a kid.
So
You were
funny
just
enough
on it, Drew.
This is just my Squishmallow collection. Like all of those are Squishmallows.
That is awesome.
The actual like plushies are above me.
I love how there's a Batman thing on the wall as well.
Yeah, my grandmother got me that for Christmas, and I had nowhere else to put it.
I couldn't proceed forward without like touching on that.
Well, this is another great segue for anyone who has a prize in their box that they would like to show off for new loot. Let's reach in and pull out the prize inside. What do we got? Drew, go first.
Do you really want me to go first? We're gonna be here all day.
Make it quick.
Hurry it up, bud. Hurry it up. Thanks.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I think I went to HeroCon here in Charlotte, North Carolina, representing Back of the Cereal Box, and I got a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna show it very quickly. This is actually what my daughter has. She has her own little sketchbook, so it's just a HeroCon sketchbook, and she's just been writing her little like doodles and stuff like that. I've been trying to get her into taking art a little bit more seriously.
That's very cool.
Here's the HeroCon convention like flyer program and flyer, and it has all. It's on Father's Day next year, Johnny. So June 16th to the 18th.
Ooh, maybe I can convince the family to let me go as a Father's Day gift.
Exactly.
Doubt it, but
so I got a couple of books from HeroCon. I got the New Titans issue. This is pretty cool. I just really like the cover. This is not even part of my collection. I just really like the cover. It was pretty dope. And then I've been telling you, Johnny, I've been getting into Moon Knight. So I got Moon Knight and Dr. Doom.
Oh, that's a great book.
Yeah.
That's a good find.
Then I got of course, I had to get a couple of Spider-Man. So I got Spider-Man and Shriek. This is part 2.
Yeah.
I got Spider-Man Shrieking part 1.
Ooh.
I got Static. So I started getting a little bit more into Static. This is the classic Static.
Yeah.
I've been watching Static.
To remember. Oh man, it's so good. The new books is actually pretty good that it came out with, but I've been trying to get the old ones. And this is part 1 of 5. That was 2 of 5. This is 1 of 5 of the series Joyride. I got a couple of emblems from Concrete Comics. I talked to them at HeroCon. Another Short Box is a company that we got to talk about, Johnny.
Okay.
And then so there's a new show coming out that we all probably know of, and I haven't really got into him, so I just got a book for him. Booster Gold. The origin of Booster Gold.
I thought that they put the kibosh on the show.
They put the kibosh on it?
Yeah, it's not going to happen. They used the finale of Legends of Tomorrow as a soft pilot for it, but it's not going to happen.
Okay. And one last thing. This is for I usually get one thing for my wife at a Comic-Con, and I just been giving her like black superheroes, and I got her an issue of Black Lightning.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I love that classic costume on Black Lightning. That's always been one of my favorite designs. That's awesome.
So I kept it short for you, Donnie.
Awesome. Well, we're going to talk more about Heroes Con in a minute. Ivy Roman, you got anything for us?
I do. I have been getting paid to create content, and they sent me this product. It's from Fancy, and it's a clarifying device. You know, us ladies, taking care of our face, and I was supposed to send it back. They haven't asked for it, so I have been enjoying it, and it's mine now. It's been about 2 months at this point, so it's mine. It's really awesome because it also has features like to cool your face and to do some heat clarifying treatment to like close up your pores. It's cordless. It really takes all the junk out of the pores out. So I've been really loving this. That's why I haven't been wearing makeup on the show for the last few Saturdays.
Really? I hadn't even noticed.
Stop.
You're a natural beauty.
Thank
Oh my
you.
god! Like I'm so embarrassed.
Stop.
Listen, I'm just
I don't
gonna
like
say
being
this,
put on the spot like that.
I'm going to say this out loud. The Back of the Cereal Box co-hosts are 3 of the most beautiful women on the planet.
You're welcome.
Drew, you are beautiful.
Wait, I have one more. I have one more, you guys. So I have been doing amazing at work, and you all know that I've been dying for a new Apple Watch, but I have other adult priorities, and I got a new Apple Watch, y'all.
Nice.
They got me this.
Nice.
I had the Series 3. They sent me the Series 7, so I got upgraded,
Upgraded.
y'all.
So this isn't a janky one off of Amazon that doesn't work.
Nope, it works. This is from Apple. This
The
is
real
from
di-
Apple. It's
So
a real Apple Watch, guys.
The lesson for everyone watching: do not order an off-brand Apple Watch from Amazon. Order the real thing from Apple.
It was a real Apple Watch. It was just refurbished. Somebody was reselling it on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just, sounded like it was drowning every time I'll try to be on the phone.
Maybe it had been drowned.
Maybe. I drowned my right AirPod the other day. That's another
No, I'm laughing because during one of my broadcasts several years ago on Blog TV, my camera fell in the water when I was doing dishes.
Whoa.
Yep,
That's awesome.
but it still works.
DBRT, you got any loot for us?
I do have loot, and I'm gonna have loot for the next few weeks because I'm just gonna spread out everything I got on vacation. So you guys know that I love Jurassic Park, all things dinosaurs.
Yes.
So had to get a coffee cup. I don't know if you can see this.
Nice.
At Universal. Whoop, where's
That
the
looks
camera?
so awesome.
That is it 3D? Oh,
Yeah,
This
3D.
is the coolest thing. I don't know if you can see inside, but the little shark. There we go. Now you can
oh.
see. Look at that. Isn't that neat?
That's cool.
That is awesome.
That is phenomenal.
The water monster goes after the. I don't know. I don't know how to describe that. But anyway, so okay, here's the second thing I have to show you guys. So I got my husband a gift for Father's Day, and I don't have the actual print with me in studio. It's upstairs, so I have a digital copy on my phone. Are you ready for this? It's hilarious.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
So
That's
for everyone
awesome.
who's listening, Dee is showing us one of those royal painting projects where you can have your loved one painted like old style European royalty. And I gotta say, Dee, that looks good on Brian.
It really
It
does.
does.
He
It
looks like a
does.
lord.
Yeah, and I gotta
awesome.
guess, knowing Brian, this has probably gone to his head a little bit, hasn't it?
No. So one thing about him, he's very much like he's an introvert. So he's very much like, don't look at me, don't talk to me, I don't want recognition for anything. He barely knows how to take a compliment. As a matter of fact, when you give him a compliment, he's like, well, I did that because you know you're great or whatever. Like he'll turn it back around on you.
That's
So
what I
when
do.
he opened this thing up, he was like, that's hilarious. Like he didn't know how to react. But I put it in our bedroom on our dresser, so I'm like, yeah, you're the king of the castle. I mean, I make him think that anyway. The reality is, we all know D. We all know who's in control. But
Because you got 5 kids.
Mhm.
shut up, John.
Well, when you have that big of a clan, you got to be in charge. Look, the Cherokee Nation and the Sioux Nation, their chiefs were women. They
So
were
was the
ones-
Rhythm Nation.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That was good. That is good. Janet Jackson was the shaman of pop. I love it. Love it. Willow, you got anything to show off this week?
Before I do that, on request by Drew, we're going to acknowledge our future sponsor, Coffee and Words. Dr. Pepper and 7-Up gum. Why do I remember doing that? Like that is something that I remember doing. Like they had these I'm sure you guys had them too, but gums that tasted like pop. And
yeah,
7-Up was one of them.
Cracker Barrel
so-
has them.
Coffee and Words says this. We were actually on her show.
Yep.
It was
That was a
aired-
great show.
when did it air? A couple of days ago, right?
Thursday. Hit Instagram, and then yesterday it was on YouTube.
Gotcha. She's a friend of mine. Hi, Sarah. She was on our show.
Yeah, Sarah Jenkins was a guest, and
Yeah, they really love your artwork.
Thank
as
you.
well,
We have to have her back.
yes,
All right.
she was a lot of fun.
So I went shopping with my sister. Me and her kind of made up. So
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
bought
that's so
myself a new
cute.
hat because I'm a hat freak, and
I love my hats too.
yeah,
they don't.
I don't
really
think the
work with
headphones are gonna work, but
head-
it's super cute.
Nice hat.
but that's
Bravo! Yay!
I can't go anywhere
gosh.
without buying
Wait,
something.
you guys, I got to show you this guy who's passing by the booth. Come around here. I'm gonna get him on video because this
Squirrel.
is phenomenal. He is doing a steampunk character. Look at this. Look at this.
Yo.
Look at how awesome he is.
Quite
He's
the
the highlight of the
Legit.
weekend so far. That's awesome. Are you with the symposium? Are you here with Jennifer?
My wife actually. Right here. The
Okay.
tally man's come to collect.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. Well, we're live on Back of the Cereal Box, and I just had to show our audience how awesome you look. So thank you for
Taken me
stopping
18
by.
years to get to this.
18 years it's taken him to build this costume.
And I handmade all this.
Oh,
So-
he's handmade all that.
And the-
Handmade all of it.
So everybody clap for him. He can't hear us. but
Yeah,
he can
everybody,
see us.
yeah.
Thank you.
Something for you.
Oh, and he's going to give something to me.
Oh,
So for those of you who are just listening, what is your name?
Tallyman.
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 Tallyman. He came by dressed in
I
full
don't like that.
steampunk regalia, and he gave me a skull bead, which I just dropped on
that
the
he
floor.
just dropped.
Yeah, but he doesn't know this. He doesn't know that when I perform as the shaman doing my haunted magic act, I wear bracelets made of these beads. So how
You're doing something. I have something else.
how apropos. Ooh, he's got something else for me.
And Johnny's about to make that skull disappear now.
It's right there. Oh, look at this. I don't know what this is. He's going to give me something
Steel
else.
skulls.
Steel skulls.
Oh.
Get what you like.
Ooh,
Let's show
silver.
some comments
Silver.
in the meantime. It's Johnny.
Silver. Yeah. Ooh, woo. He gave me a here. Oh, this
Johnny,
is-
you have butterfingers.
Yes, I really do. And this is which is great for a magician.
Mm.
Teeny
Oh my
tiny
God.
silver skull. That's awesome.
Oh, it's the Punisher.
How many
No.
do you want me to
Mini
take?
Punisher.
I said 4.
4. Okay, I'm going to take 4. 2.
Tallyman, banana.
No.
I feel like we just went on a quest with Johnny.
Wait,
He's collecting the coins.
Let's say hi to George Bueller.
Okay.
Oh, hey, George.
Oh, wait, guys,
And
you guys are
Creeley?
missing this. You guys are missing this. Come closer so they can hear you. So you're giving me these skulls because when my soul dies, when I die,
your soul will be put into that vessel. My 3-headed raven finds you,
All
gets
right.
it, and it's to make sure your soul
Just
is
cut his
where it's
mic.
not supposed to go. I collect it, and I give it to
mic.
Brother
so okay, so my soul goes into the skulls. His 3 ravens come.
Well, no, one
Three-headed
three-headed raven comes and
6
collects
eyes.
skulls to make sure that my soul ends up where it's supposed to be and not damned for all eternity
picked up by a demon or something.
or picked up by a demon
So
or something.
I make sure that it gets put where it
So
should.
the raven's not the demon?
No, the raven is not the demon. The raven is
He has
good.
3 heads. Oh, okay.
My head that nobody
But
can
it's
see.
headless.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't know. That sounds kind of like a threat.
Okay. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
That is awesome. We're going to do I'm going to get an interview with him later, focused. But thank you for stopping by. And we'll see you in a little bit. So I love that about conventions. Now, Amy, before we talk about our favorite convention memories, do you have any loot that you want to show off? Any fun stuff?
Do not, unfortunately.
That's
not
okay, that's
today.
No, her
That's okay.
plushies. She showed us her plushies in the
Plushies.
bag. That count.
I know. But see, that's a perfect segue. So right across from me is a great cosplayer who's doing Agent Carter or Peggy Carter, Captain Carter. And of course, the Cincinnati Steampunk Symposium. It's the International Steampunk Symposium is here this weekend, and they're showcasing. So we got steampunks walking around, and I'm at Imaginarium, and it's a lot of fun. I love conventions because you get to meet so many cool and exciting people like Amy. I met Amy at a convention, and I think I'll say my favorite convention memory. I want to hear from you guys.
Did you bring my cardboard cutout this time?
No, I haven't done it yet. We're still working on it. So for conventions, I'm gonna have because Dee is a very in-demand photographer, and getting away for the weekends sometimes is a challenge. And she does not jive with my mode of transportation or accommodations. You all will be relieved to know I am not sleeping in the car. I did get some friends to agree to let me camp out on their hotel room floor. So there you go.
I would have gotten a
bougie
room
for that.
I would have
But
gotten
Dee
a room.
still would not do that.
I would have gotten a room. Nope.
Bad and
This is
bougie,
why
Dee.
me and
Bad and
Ethan
bougie.
travel together. We are
No.
the perfect
Listen,
match.
listen.
Look who's in the chat.
Good morning, Melissa. She'll be back with us next weekend. But I cannot justify over almost $200 a night for a hotel room just for myself. I can't do it.
Well, if I get the job at the Fort Garry Hotel when you guys come to Winnipeg, maybe I can, scrounge up some change for a hotel room for you guys.
John, here's what you need to do. This is what we do. You become a member. You get we're a gold member. And so we stay at X amount of hotels and we get X amount of free rooms.
Well, so when I took Swinging at the
Drew
Roxy.
gets it.
When I took Swinging at the Roxy to New York to the Producers Club, we got the Westin to sponsor the trip. And we got 6 rooms at the Westin in Times Square for free. And those are $500 a night rooms.
Yes, they
Easy.
are. They're
Mhm.
650 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So that was the nicest hotel I ever stayed in. But anyway, so and I want to hear from our audience. What? Oh, look, it's
DL.
DL Memphis. She'll have some memories from conventions. What are your favorite Comic-Con or festival, expo memories? What is your favorite experience? What has happened to you that like stands out above the rest? And for those of you watching, you can comment as well and let us know what your favorite con was and why. So who wants to go first?
Oh, can I go first?
Go
Because I have a.
first.
So my favorite. Hey Sean.
Hey,
My
Sean.
my favorite is when I met Diamond Dallas Page in New York Comic Con. I was on. Yeah, this is. Let me tell you the story how this happened though. I'm gonna make it quick. So I'm on the line for the bathroom. Ladies, if you ever been to a con, you know that we are struggling in every con for a bathroom. So my husband comes out, just walking away, like, hey, I'm out, I'm in and out. And I'm like, don't push it. He goes, yo, Diamond Dallas Page is in there. I said, I don't care. I have to use the restroom. He could be in the moon right now. I gotta go. So this lady taps me on my shoulder and she goes, well, he's at the booth at 1305 over there. And I had my wrestling swagger on. I was like, oh, what do you work the booth? She goes, no, I'm actually his wife. I was like, oh.
Oh
So then I was just like, oh, that's cool. So I started showing her name is at the time he was married to Brenda. I started showing her my wrestling. I started showing my training, and she goes, "Oh, once you finish here in the bathroom, you have to come stop by. I have to introduce you to Dallas." And I was just like, "Okay, perfect." So I literally used the bathroom, and I was like, "Babe, I'm about to meet Dallas. I'm freaking out on the inside." And he was like, "Just be cool. Don't be a mark." And I was like, I know. So I go meet Dallas. I show him my content of me wrestling. He goes, you're like a natural. You look amazing in there. You did great. And then right next to him was Lita. And he pulls Lita aside and he goes, you got to check this girl out. Come here. And then that was my first time meeting Diamond Dallas Page and Lita. And it was
wow.
the best moment ever.
And then you should have said, hey, thanks. Introduce me to Vince next.
Yeah. You see, I wasn't as bold back then, Johnny. I'm finally being a little bit more bold in that category and going to ICCC with you. And D, that really helped me get out of my shell. So when this year Comic-Con comes, I'm looking for every wrestling booth, y'all.
That's fantastic.
No chance. That's what you got.
So, Drew, tell us about Heroes Con. What was your favorite part of Heroes Con?
Oh,
or
man.
any convention previous, but that was the latest one you went to. And unfortunately, I've not been able to download your pictures because they're HEIC files.
Okay.
And I got to convert them to JPEG or PNG files for StreamYard. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. But so HeroCon, this is probably my fifth or sixth time I went, probably fifth, because I took my daughter to every year. I've been taking my daughter to HeroCon since she was born. So I really enjoyed it this year more than ever because I was able to take my daughter and my son. And we went the first day and we just kind of like walked around the con and just was looking at the different costumes. And my daughter loves costumes. She's a big, I think she's gonna be an artist or creative director when she grows up. So she was just like, oh, look at that one, look at that one, look at that one. So a picture that I sent Johnny as well was of my daughter next to not Maribel. I think it's Rosita, the one from Encanto that it rains over her. forgot her name, and this girl lady had a cosplay of her dressed up as her and a cloud over her head, and it was like blue and it was like coming down. And she took a picture of her, so she was like super stoked. And then we saw R2D2, so somebody took one of those automatic like rolling machines, like the ones you skate on, the hoverboards, and they built the R2D2 on top of it, so he was able to move it, and then he constructed like a little like soundboard on top, and it was like beep beep boop boop, and it was like a different like it's also in the files. We'll see it maybe another back of cereal box. But the
Instagram.
second day was actually the day that I got to walk around and then talk to a couple of artists, and I really had a good conversation with the creators of Concrete Comics, a couple of creators from them, and then a gentleman that I literally he looked at me, he said, "Hey, come over here." I was like, "What?" He said, "Come over here." And he was like the nicest, sweetest guy, and he would just tell me a lot of stuff because he saw my daughter the day before that, and I was telling him that she was trying to get into art and things like that, and he gave her like a print, and he was like, yeah, kind of like push her into the positive direction. So I would say the best thing I really liked about this con was that there was a lot of people that were willing to give advice about creativity. Also, they were really knowledgeable about comics. There was like so many vendors, and then I would say my best or my biggest con moment was New York City Comic Con a couple of years back, where I dressed up in full Miles Morales cosplay.
That's
That's awesome.
fantastic. I need to see
Wait
those
a
pictures
minute.
of you as Miles Morales.
Wait, what year did you cosplay as that?
It was I think it's 2019. When did
I
the
was
movie?
there.
You was there?
I was there. I go every year.
Really?
I've been going 8 years straight to New York Comic Con.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I went.
swear I know I Drew, I met you before I met you. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That was
I
a
w-
dope cosplay because I love Spider-Man, so I was looking for, Spider-Man, Deadpool, Harley Quinn.
It's such a small world,
That's crazy.
but I wouldn't want to paint it. Speaking of painting, Amy, what is your favorite Comic-Con or festival moment besides meeting me at Galaxy Comic-Con? I know that was a highlight of your entire lifetime, but
Yeah, so actually it didn't happen directly at Comic-Con, but a few months ago, actually, one of the people that bought stuff from me found me on TikTok, like unrelated to business cards or anything like that. They were just like, "Hey, were you at this con?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh my god, I bought this piece of work from you." And I was like, "What the heck?" Like, I just ended up on someone's random For You page.
That's it. You're a celebrity. That's
Mhm.
it. You're it.
Apparently so.
You're in.
that's phenomenal. And Amy, you're still a youngin.
Mhm.
And how many cons have you been to?
I have been to probably 4.
Okay, and how many have you been that you've been a guest artist or selling work?
1, and that was Gallatin.
Okay, that was Gallatin. So, for those of you who've never kind of been a geeky artist, creative person, you may not relate to this. So this may be just a conversation between me and Amy for a moment. I don't know about you, Amy, but when I was in high school, I was not popular. I wasn't part of the cool clique. I was kind of an outcast, kind of the weird kid, right? But the first time I went to a convention, I was like completely accepted, and those were my people. But the first time I was selling my own product, it was like a whole new world. Everything about my life was validated in that moment. Did you experience the kind of the same thing?
I did. Like, it was so great to me because I'm petty. I'll admit that I am a petty person. Kind of like Ivy. I grew up in the New York area, so I have that petty girl energy in there.
You have that.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, and a lot of people who had just kind of like dropped me because I was weird and I wasn't fun and everything like that. Like, when they came and saw me selling, they were just kind of like taken aback.
But
Like,
you
that's
are
right.
fun.
Have a seat.
All the
I was it the whole time, baby.
That's right. And that's why you're on this show, because you were so fun. You were so fun to talk to, and your art was so amazing. And
you're amazing. Amy.
yeah, you are amazing, Amy.
Thank you so much.
You need to come join us in Clarksville at the end of this month at Clarksville Comic-Con.
I'm gonna have to say I want to go. I've been talking to my best friend about trying to get down there too. So.
What is the this is a weird comment from Eugene Bolton. What is the pretty girl attitude?
Oh, petty. That's how you spell petty.
girl.
That's how you spell
petty,
it.
petty girl
Petty.
Yeah.
What is the petty girl attitude?
I'm gonna let Amy answer it because I love how she came out with it first.
Yeah. Basically, it'll be like you'll take some crap, but you're not gonna forget it. So that way, when they come back around, it's like, nope, I remember.
Like,
I
I got
remember
something for
everything.
you.
Exactly.
Hold that. Have a seat.
That's fantastic. Now, DBRT, what is your favorite Comic-Con moment? I think I know.
Oh yeah, everybody knows.
Oh no.
So
Wait,
okay,
is it the restraining order or the
Yeah. Or what? What was the other one?
or
Maybe
being dressed down by a major celebrity that no one's ever heard of?
Oh God, no, that was horrible.
But we laugh about it today.
Well, you do. I haven't got there. My feelings are still hurt as of now.
I tread lightly around that subject.
Oh, I know. Poor Ivy. Damage control, because D was pissed.
Do you have their address?
I mean, he lives in New York.
Say less.
So,
That's the petty girl attitude.
Yeah, that is the petty girl attitude.
I know. Poor Ivy's like, I'm gonna get him. I'm like, it's okay. Like
The most
it's
unattractive
whatever.
bald man I've ever met. All right, whatever. Eddie.
I will have to.
Just listening, my
I
face
do have to
just
mention
froze.
that a lot of men have that attitude too, Eugene.
Yeah, no.
It's not just women.
Yeah,
But his
no,
question was,
no,
isn't
we're
that
not- we're
typical
not
of
going
most
there.
women?
We're not going there. Anyway, D, your favorite moment.
Okay, so it's funny that Amy says that she went to the con for the first time, and even you guys were talking about how you found your people and you fit in and all of that, because so I went to Chicago Comic-Con about 10 years ago.
Yep.
When we first started doing that other show. And I was so overwhelmed and like didn't fit in. I almost had a panic attack. Like it was like legit. Like I don't know what to do with myself here. Because, I mean, like I never experienced anything like that before. And I didn't know what to expect. But what was great for me was that was the first time I ever really started interviewing people. And I kind of felt like I found my niche there. And what was even better is I didn't know any of them. And so the interviews were great. And I was like, yes, until I met Dean Cain. And that was awful.
Dane Kine.
For those of you who have not heard this story, she met Dean Cain, and it was I'll show you mine if you'll show me yours kind of moment. And
but he started it.
Yeah, showed her his Superman tattoo on his leg, and then she showed him the tramp stamp and gave him an overly enthusiastic hug, and he put a restraining
he started
order
that
on
too.
it.
He gave me one first. He said, "This is for me."
But the
and this is for
restraining
you.
order is on the crazy blonde. Every time I see Dean Cain, he asks me, "Where's that crazy blonde at?"
She's right here waiting for you, baby.
Dean Cain, DBRT.
Sponsor the show.
All right, Willow, we got to hear from you.
All right, so I was lucky enough to meet one of my favorite actresses, Tia Carrera. I absolutely love her. For those of you who do not know her, she is the love interest in Wayne's World.
She was
super
the love
talented
interest in my
singer,
teenage
actress.
life.
Voice
I had a
actress
poster
for-
of her on over my bed. Tia Carrere.
Oh,
mwah.
beautiful woman. And had I known that she was hanging out at our gay bar right after Comic-Con, I would have been there and danced with her. But I missed that opportunity. There won't be another missed opportunity if
You
she comes back
always-
to Winnipeg.
You always go to the invited spots after the con. You always at least scope it out
I
from
had
across
no
the
idea that she
street.
was gonna go to the gay bars.
It's a
Like,
rule. It's a rule.
So, Willow, did we just learn that Tia Carrere is on your hall pass list?
Yeah, she's like top of the list.
This show just went
Right
in a
next to
completely different direction.
right next to Nathan Fillion.
We start talking about good looking celebrities and it goes left, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had that poster of Tia Carrere in the purple bikini. Yeah,
So
I became a man that day.
What?
And the day after. And the day after
That's
that.
What?
3 years after.
Still chafed. Calm down, Johnny.
Dee Bartie's like, I don't know if I want to be on this show anymore.
No, I was just going to show you my my hall pass. I forgot to mention this beautiful.
Shamar.
beautiful
I
man.
almost hit him with my car in Brooklyn.
Is that
almost-
Shamar?
Beautiful man.
I swear, he was shooting in Brooklyn in Greenpoint. I used to work by a studio in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, obviously. And I was late for work and I almost hit him with the car. We literally had direct eye contact and I yelled at him to move. This has happened to 2 celebrities. I would not tell you the other one. I will save it for another show.
Well, we have some cool comments from Chris Vaglio, who is the host of Chris and Amanda Show, a great podcast you guys need to be listening to. And he says, hey, guys, good morning. And then he says that he was working. Saw Thor movie last night. It was awesome. Okay, great. I didn't see that comment, so that's fine. But he says he worked at Comic-Con once in 1993 and went again in 1994. And that's when it
awesome.
was like a flea market and no celebrities. Oh, those are the best old school Comic-Cons with the big bins of 25-cent comics that you finger, you go through and you search and you find that like hidden gem, like a New Mutants number 96 that the guy at the booth didn't even know he had. And he put it in the quarter bin and he tries to, negotiate, the market price for it and charge you $600. You're like, no, it's a quarter, man. It's a quarter. Those were the days.
Yeah, those are the ones that my brother used to go to, and he used to always he used to read me the like X-Men comics before the bed. Yeah, so those were like the best times because he would come home with like a heavy book bag and then a little tote, like a little baggie, like a duffel bag, and I was just like, where did you get all this stuff? And like literally ever since then, like I was in charge of protecting his comic books when he went away out of town. Like I was in charge.
You guys, I have to ask the question because right across the hall from my table, and I love the way Imaginarium has this laid out. They've got all of the artists and creators in this big, super long concourse. It's phenomenal. But right across the hall from me, they are setting up the open bar. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. Who starts drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning
Mimosas,
at a
baby.
convention?
Look, me and Drew.
The weekend.
The hair of the dog is real, man.
Mimosa.
Little secret here. I have never had a taste of alcohol in my life.
And you can listen to that on next week's episode of Drew vs. the World.
Oh, is that finally going to make it?
Yep, next week.
Awesome. I love that. So do we have any more comments, Willow, from our audience?
You're talking about hall passes, but I would say 2 words: Jade Cargill.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. She's on my hall pass list.
Just look her up. Just look her up.
So is Halle Berry.
And
Catherine
down,
Zeta
up
Jones.
and down.
the actress who plays the great grandmother of Kamala Khan on Ms. Marvel may be the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
Ryan
I would
Reynolds.
run away with her.
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Wait a
Oh my
minute,
God.
John. You said that about me.
Yeah, I know.
Cheater.
You know.
He said I was a favorite on Coffee and Words. So he be cheating on all of us, baby girl. Johnny's a little player.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, Mark Ronick is watching. He says,
Seeking
"Hiya,
sister
gang."
wives.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Drew's my new dude.
See, I knew that
I
you and
claim
Drew
Amy.
would hit it off. Drew used to get so upset, D, when he would be a guest on the show and you weren't on. He would be
Aw.
like, "Where's my girlfriend, D?"
Mhm. I like the
All
blonde.
right. Drew's my new boo.
Ryan Permisson says, "Good morning, everyone. Look at that lineup of guests. It's a phenomenal lineup of guests. It is phenomenal." And you know what, guys? We're 15 minutes over time. I can't believe it.
That's
Wait,
okay.
what was that from George? Fanatic Forum posted something. I missed it.
Oh yeah, Ryan was shouting out Fantastic Forum from last night.
Yeah, Fanatic Forum was on fire last night, just saying. So Fanatic Forum is another show on the Cereal Box Network, hosted by George Bueller. And yeah, it was really good. And George
Bueller.
gave us his thoughts about Bueller.
I was thinking it, but I can't say it as well as you do. My voice is too high.
Bueller.
So it was great.
But he
There's
gave
too much
his thoughts on
enthusiasm
Thor:
there,
Love and
Drew.
Thunder.
Bueller.
Well, we just learned that Ryan Reynolds is on Drew's Hall Pass. I don't know what to think about that, but nothing.
You can think whatever you
wrong
want.
with
think
it.
No,
You can
I
think whatever
can't.
you want.
I can't have. Listen, I love Blake Lively and respect her so much because of Gossip Girl. Like, I can't even do that. I just can't. Even if she said it was okay.
I feel like he belongs
Unless
on
I take
everybody's.
Blake.
I just want to sit down and have coffee with that man.
Let's see who Hallie Atwell. Yeah, I got a bunch. Anyway, so I got to share my favorite Comic-Con moment.
We got to do what they did on Friends. Ross got to print it out and laminate your hall pass.
Yeah.
So our co-host on Cryptid Crunch, Keisha Acuff, has done that.
Yeah.
And she shows it regularly on the show. She'll hold it up. This is my hall pass list. And
Wait,
like,
if she's watching, can she send it to me? I want to see this.
so I'm thinking about my favorite Comic-Con, and there's so many of them. But I gotta say, the very first year of Walker Stalker, I had a booth right next to Jake the Snake Roberts. We were side by side.
What?
And I got to spend the entire weekend hanging with Jake the Snake Roberts.
I'm jealous.
And you should be.
I am.
Because this
Good
was
Jake
right.
or bad Jake?
Is that a wrestler?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So this was Jake right after his treatment with Diamond Dallas. Dude, now nobody had known that he had gone through that program yet. But he was jacked. He was in shape. He looked like he could go. He was in the best shape of his life. He built all this muscle up. He looked phenomenal. And at the time, he and the lead singer of, what is his name? Adam. He's on The Voice. One of the
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine. He and Adam
Maroon
Levine.
5.
Yeah, Maroon
One of my
5. That's what
favorites.
I said. He and Adam Levine were working on a deal to buy TNA Impact. That's how long ago this was.
Whoa.
Oh.
They were going to buy it and make it something worthwhile to compete with Vince. WWE is what we mean when we say Vince. And he was
Can we
all
say
excited
Stephanie?
about it.
Can we say Stephanie now?
We could.
Yes,
Yeah, she's the one in charge.
Can we say
Steph.
Stephanie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's she deserves that. She's worked hard. She deserves that
Yes,
role.
she does.
So
She does.
we need to acknowledge her.
But at the time, it was still Vince.
Well, yeah. The
Yeah,
story.
so
Yeah, I got you.
she was gonna buy. They were gonna buy Impact, and he was sharing all the plans with us, and his attorney's there, and he's like, Shut up. But I got in on all of it, and it was so cool to be able to sit side by side with one of my childhood idols, because you guys got to understand, if you're not into pro wrestling, you don't get this. Jake the Snake Roberts changed the way heels were created and presented and the way villains were introduced, because his very first appearance on the WWF at the time, he comes out to face Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and they don't even make it into the ring. He DDTs Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on the apron of the ring, knocks him out cold. For real. In real life, he knocks him out cold and puts the snake on him, and it was the most horrifying thing my 10-year-old eyes had ever seen, and it changed wrestling heels forever, because he became the gold standard from that moment on. And to sit side by side with that and have those conversations and to hear his war stories and hear about him going up and down the road with Hogan and the Warrior and Savage and all those guys was just awesome.
Yeah, so Johnny, you mentioned Steamboat, and I'm like getting flashbacks because my second wrestling show that I had ever done when I started wrestling, he was actually one of the celebrity guests at the show, and he saw my performance and spoke to me backstage. I can't get into what he spoke to me about because I was like, it's one of those memories that I kind of want to save it for myself as long as I can, and then I'll share it. But it was probably one of the best, and what made me fall in love with wrestling even more was that
That is awesome. I have so many memories from Comic Cons. I could talk for hours about the things I've experienced, but we're out of time.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta go see my family. I'm getting text messages, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Leo says, great show, everyone. Thank you, Chris. And thank you for everyone who joined us in the rec room. And Amy, thank you especially. And if you had fun, Amy, we'd love to have you back from time to time. We'll talk more about that offline. And so everyone, go around the room real quick, starting with Willow. Tell people where they can find you online.
All right, so you can find me pretty much everywhere on social media. Just type in the name on Google, you'll find me, and I'll post my link tree later on our page. So yeah, you can find me Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm out there.
She's on the social. She's on.
She is the social media socialite. D Barty?
You can find me all the platforms. D Barty Photo.
And if you're in the Middle Tennessee area and you want the absolute best photo for your family or for promotional material, headshots, whatever it is, whatever the occasion, call D Barty, schedule a session right now.
Thanks, Johnny.
Drew?
You can find me anywhere on the social medias at Drew vs. the World Podcast or at drewversustheworld.com.
Awesome. Ivy?
You can find me on Instagram, Healing with Ivy. Click the link on my bio and you'll find me on all the social medias.
You guys, Ivy's social media accounts are fire. Her reels are so good. They are so entertaining, and they kind of just suck you in, and you can't escape. You can't escape the awesomeness that is Ivy Roman.
Yeah, my aunt is the cutest. She called me yesterday. I've watched your videos like 16 times today.
I watched Ivy Roman.
You just put them out there too. Just put them out there. I'm like, girl,
she's pumping them out.
I'm
like,
you're getting the views from your family. That is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, for the first time ever, guys. I think I'm not the black sheep anymore. I think I'm back in the clan.
I love it. I love it. Amy, where can people find you and your art online?
Yeah, so you can find me pretty much anywhere at That Pink Nerd. I know that on Twitter it has 2 eyes because someone stole my username. So if you can't find me at That Pink Nerd, it's That Pink Nerd with 2 eyes.
That
right,
Pink
Amy.
Nerd. I love it. I love it.
I love it.
And you can find me at johnpica.com and connect with me on all the socials and all of that fun stuff. Books, comic books, podcasts, and live shows coming up. You can find all that there. And for all of you watching, if you like our show, consider making a contribution at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. It's posted down below on the banner running down on the bottom of the screen. If you hate the show, donate even more generously to help us improve it just for you. And, you can buy us a bowl of cereal, 2, 3, 4. Heck, you could buy us the whole box of cereal. And that would be awesome. Awesome. And other than that, guys, like, share, comment, tell 200-300 of your closest friends and family to come share the fun.
Let 'em
And
know,
until the
come
next
through.
time, love you, mean it. We'll
Drew's
catch
getting
ya.
a lot of love today.
What's
As
up?
he should.
Dripping in black.
As he should. So until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the back of the cereal box.
Bye.
Bye.